are a brilliant, yet complex organism. The way that our body functions isn't by chance, nor is it something which has happened overnight. Like every other creature on this planet, we've adapted into the environment we exist in. An environment which, since the beginning of time, has had a delicate balance of fields and resonances. These phenomena don't just surround us, they make us what we are. The cells of our body communicate with each other using light frequencies. Our DNA uses electromagnetic frequencies to reproduce itself. At the core of everything are protons and electrons, positive and negative, making all life magnetic. We are, as all life is, equipped with cryptochrome cells, which allows us to sense those fields in ways we barely understand. We are beings of frequency, electricity, light, and magnetism. And to become this way has taken millions of years, a process which started with the very first cell. Although we have embraced the wireless technology and accepted it into our everyday lives, at a cellular level, our bodies haven't. The frequencies that now surround us are as alien to ourselves as they would be to our eyes, if only we could see them. Our children are being born into a world that their bodies simply cannot understand. Where will all this lead? As this film is being made, 4G technology is being rolled out around the world. To accommodate this, the ceiling levels are being increased. Wi-Fi is in almost every single home, school and business, surrounding us constantly. Deck phone technology is the norm in almost every single household. At a time when the industries responsible should be displaying caution, they are displaying a reckless disregard for our long-term health. Money talks, and they are about as likely to develop a conscience as the tobacco industries did. If there's going to be a change, it's not going to come from them. It's going to have to come from us. We just need to open our eyes and see the problem.
You see the silvery white skies, which we see almost every morning in Northern California, the undefined, hazy, dirty clouds, skies full of sprayed aerosols is what we're looking at. These are aerosol clouds. And remember, clouds should be white, the sky should be blue. It's what it used to be. Find some old pictures and take a look. And remember that the express goal of climate engineering is to blot out the sun, to fill the atmosphere with these light-scattering particles, to block some of the incoming thermal radiation, cataclysmic effects, but those in power don't seem to care. So, again, a mountain of toxic metals falling on all of us. Medical statistics are showing exactly what we would expect to see from this. All the human diseases that are related to these metals are going absolutely off the charts. As mentioned before, autism in the last 40 years has gone from 1 in 5,000 to 1 in 47. That's over a 10,000% increase in autism. And now we have one of the most recognized institutions for research on the planet, MIT, stating that in less than 10 years, we will see 1 in 2 children with autism. Alzheimer's, 1 in 3 in the continental U.S. dies with Alzheimer's and/or dementia. Not dies from it, but dies with it. All of us are becoming dumber by the day. It's not a joke. It's not a metaphor. It's a fact. Our cognitive ability is being damaged by the toxic particulates we are all inhaling.
Oh, God bless you, sir. Well, what I know is this, and I know the sites you're talking about. The problem is whether that's science fiction or real. And I've actually read that before. I remember that last year. It doesn't matter because the Sunshine Project 15 years ago, based in Austin, like WikiLeaks, got declassified Marine Corps documents that the Marine Corps freaked out on how to reclassify. This ended up being in the newspaper. The Marine Corps actually went to their headquarters and threatened them. The professors at UT, I had them on. It was UT professors running it. And it's a plan with helicopters, including remote-controlled drone helicopters, waiting with nerve gas on board over every major city to launch and kill everybody. Now, the declassified documents dealt with opiate knockout gases that they estimate would still kill more than 10% of the population with fires, car wrecks, explosions. Like in the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where the helicopter flies over and sprays the knockout gas on all the people and the farm animals. That's really, this is how out of control the government is. I mean, they're not just going to radiate troops and give them nerve gas. They're not just going to inject people with syphilis for 45 years. They're not just taking blood from your baby at birth. They're doing it all. And yes, all nanotech is search biological nanotech. They've already rolled it out. They've got a lot of new vaccines that they call biological nanotech. And it's in the literature that you're already being injected with nanotech. The H1N1 vaccine was a engineered nanotech virus and was put out in the population the year before. That was declassified. They called it a tracker viral simulant. That it turned out was a real autoimmune suppressing weapon. It didn't even really give you the flu. And that even came out in the Canadian news. Because so many scientists and government people are not bad. The other uncompartmentalized side, that's why they want total control to shut that down. They would then go to the research at one university or at the federal government in Canada in that case and go, oh my gosh, this is giving you the regular flu. Oh my gosh, this is a nanotech. Oh, look, literature. Last year, this was put in the vaccine as a virus tracker, a quote harmless flu, but they could test the spread of it. It wasn't. They literally put a nanotech bioweapon. This came out in the news, not in speculative websites, just claiming classified documents without linking to them. When we give you a classified document, folks, we link to it. We have the FBI show up here. We have the Secret Service show up here. We have the Federal Marshal show up here. I get to get beaten up in parking lots. I mean, this is real. So the whole issue here is that I just don't like this thing of, I got a document or this document or that without a document. Our documents will have phone numbers. You can call up angry feds on them and who will threaten you and say you shouldn't have this. Our documents become national news stories because they're real. They're rolling out everything, folks. So yes, it's the end of free will. And the establishment is insane and needs to stop it. You are the threat to the planet. You are the people that detonated over 100 high-powered hydrogen bombs in North American airspace to try to blow holes in the ozone layer and destroy the Van Allen radiation belt and ignite the atmosphere.